So it's not that we want to pay no taxes. Everybody that I meet really wants to pay their fair share, right? We understand that there's things that our tax dollars have to go do, but we all understand that maybe paying unnecessary taxes means putting money towards things that aren't helping you build and grow towards that future that you want. Whether you're young and you're building a family and a life and getting houses and cars and all that kind of thing, or whether you've spent a long time working and maybe you have a family now that's the most important thing to you and you want to take time away from work to go spend time with them. Every dollar that we pay in those unnecessary taxes is $1 less that goes to help us towards those goals. So like if you're me, and you're paying your daughter's local soccer club more money probably than you've ever made in your life, that becomes an issue. So this video is about just reducing unnecessary taxes, and it has to do with the time you retire. So this stems from a conversation I was having with a client. She's 64 and she's an executive. She's an amazing lady. She's actually married to a police officer. They're great people. And we were talking about, well, when should I retire? And there's different things going on there. There's vesting schedules and all this other kind of stuff, and where's the stock market? But I said, well, one strategy we can use, and this is a strategy that people kind of like, is how about retire earlier? If I haven't met you yet, my name is Chris Reed. I'm the owner of Capital Partners Wealth Management. I make these videos because between being a small businessman and running my firm, doing investments for my clients who I believe deserve a lot of my time, I don't have time to help everyone. And I spent 20 years in the Marines and 7 years as a police officer helping people. Just because I do money stuff doesn't mean that that mission stops. So if you find something useful in here, please just pass it on to someone who maybe could use a little bit of free financial education in their life. Back to the example at hand. My client here is 64 years old. She currently does pretty well, makes about $150,000 a year. Now her husband's already retired and drawing a pension. We're gonna set aside that pension income for this. This is gonna be some strategies to help you get to paying almost hopefully no taxes. She has a 401k, a pre-tax 401k, plus she's been gifted some company stocks. And also as a family, they're just really good savers. So they've been pumping money into a taxable account and just buying a target date fund because in the absence of professional help, that's kind of the easiest thing to do. Now on this channel, there's probably 15 videos on what I think about target date funds, but you can go find one of those if you want to watch me get on my soapbox and start yelling and screaming. So the reason why we might want to retire earlier in the year is because if we're going to make $150,000 throughout the entire year, and let's say we retire in the first third of the year. So if my client's total reportable income for the year is $50,000, and because I know I'll be able to generate enough other tax-free income and things like that for them to live on, if she puts $30,000 into her 401k this year, that's going to take her total taxable income down to around $20,000. Now, as a family, they get something like a $26,000 standard deduction. All of a sudden, $6,000 income loss for the year, and with a total income threshold of about $94,000 for the capital gains rate, we actually might have $100,000 worth of capital gains that we can incur before paying any taxes. So a couple different strategies for them might be doing Roth conversions, taking some money from that pre-tax 401k and putting it in a Roth. Now, if you're younger, if you're a high income earner and you're one of my clients, I've beat you over the head so much with doing tax-free wealth generation that hopefully by the time you get there, you're gonna have no taxable assets. It would also allow us to do things like tax gain harvesting, because the capital gains rate for people who make from $0 to $94,000 per year is 0%. We potentially could come over here to this taxable target date fund, and by picking the correct lots, by picking the correct investments out of there, we could actually take a bunch of tax-free capital gains. Or her company stock is probably a better target for that because it's highly appreciated. And then we could even take some of this target date fund, because a lot of people don't realize that even though the S&P 500 is back at all-time highs, target date funds still have not fully recovered from the inflation bubble pop, which again, see my other videos. So we could do some things like take some company stock, and then we could also sell some of that target date fund at a loss and wash those out. And again, be really super tax efficient so that we just don't pay any unnecessary taxes. So hopefully you found that helpful. If you're looking for any strategies on taxation, I'm a big tax-free warrior. You can find a whole bunch of stuff on this channel. If you subscribe, you're gonna get notified whenever I post anything. It might put something in your financial plan that makes your life just a little bit better. If you need to take some of this to your financial planner, please do so. Thanks so much.